Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and I have some baby cards to share with you today. Hey, so I'm using Jaded Blossom's Diagonal Card Mat die, their Mini Human stamp set, the Sweet Baby stamp set, our Mini Tag dies 3, our doily dies, along with our baby dies. Now I have a piece of Neenah Solarite 80-pound cardstock cut at 4 by 5 1/4 inches, and I'm going to cover that in score tape. FYI, I was at a crop and I made a bunch of these cards, and I just saved one for a video. So I'm making the one that I saved for the video, and then I have a bunch of other ones that I worked on at my crop. So I'm just sort of covering the whole background in some score tape. I just find this is the easiest way to use Jaded Blossom's card mat dies. It just allows, no gluey mess, and you can just put it together like a puzzle. So I'm using a Teflon bone folder just to make sure it's stuck down well. I will trim off the overhang of that score tape with a pair of scissors, and then I'll peel off the backing, and I will add in my diagonal card mat dies. So I'm just quickly pulling off all the release paper, and I did some die cutting with Doodlebug's Bundle of Joy 6-inch pad. I also used the 12-inch pad Bundle of Joy, and I just cut up a bunch of these backgrounds, and then I just used the backgrounds to make, or I used the diagonal card mats to make a bunch of backgrounds. So I'm just, adding in my little pieces here. So you could, cut it out of solids, cut it out of patterns, whatever you want to do. And I'm just sort of mixing these patterns that I cut out. There we go. And I'll add in these ones here. I just love these backgrounds, and they're super fun and easy to do. So there we go. Now I'm going to make sure it's stuck down well with that Teflon bone folder. And I've got an A2 size card base made out of Papertrey Ink white cardstock. So I cut that at 4.25 by 11 inches, and I scored it at 5.5 inches with my Martha Stewart scoreboard and my Teflon bone folder. Now I'm using my ATG tape, and I will stand up to kind of line up this piece. Oops, sorry, I'm off screen, but I had a little overhang of that score tape. So I'm adding that to my card front. There we go. I'll use that Teflon bone folder again. And on the inside, I'm going to add a strip of some of the borders from that the Bundle of Joy 6-inch pad. I just trimmed out a few of them. There's always some border papers on the in the Doodlebug pattern paper, and that's what I used. So I'm just trimming off the overhang here with a pair of scissors. It's about 1.5 inches or so. I just sort of trimmed out the borders. Now I'm going to add in a cute little piece of ephemera. This is from the Odds and Ends from the Bundle of Joy from Doodlebug. And I'm just going to glue this down. So these are girl baby cards. I made a bunch of boy baby cards a while back, and now I'm, using the girl paper to make a bunch of girl ones. So I'm adding this to my card base, and I will trim off the overhang with a pair of scissors. I did use some Bearly Art glue. Now I'm using this Mini Human stamp set in my Misty, and I'm going to stamp a sentiment on the inside. And it says, sometimes babies don't sleep. Good luck with that. That is stamped with VersaFine Claire Nocturne ink. There we go. Now I have a piece of Papertrey Ink white cardstock. I did cut that out using our Mini Tag dies 3. And I'm stamping a sentiment, and that is from the Sweet Baby stamp set. And what I did was I cut out all 3 words. Usually it's in one line. It says, hello, sweet baby. But I cut them all out so I could line them all up the way I wanted them and stamp them on the end of the Mini Tag die 3. Okay, so next I am putting together this super cute little onesie that was cut from Papertrey Ink white cardstock, and also Doodlebug's plaid polka dot. I believe that's the 12-inch. Then the little heart that is cut from Candy Stripe and Sprinkles in the 6-inch. So I'm adding that on. Isn't that cute? I just think this is adorable. And I'm going to add first my little doily that was cut out of vellum. And I'm just going to stick that down to my card front with some ATG tape. Just in the center, I ran a stripe, and then I will pop up my little onesie on top of that little doily. So I'm just going to use my Stampin' Up! Dimensionals to do this. And then I will add that to the front of my card base. And I just find these baby dies perfect for making a bunch of baby cards. Just adorable stuff. So I'm pulling off all the release paper, and then we will pop up this cute little onesie on my card base. I'll have it kind of tilted to the side because I think that's cute using my reverse tweezers. There we go. Isn't that cute? I just love them. Okay, so now I've got this, my sentiment, and I'm going to use a pencil, and I'm going to sort of mark my mini tag die, and then I'm going to cut it at that angle. So I'm just matching up those pencil lines, and then I'm going to stick that flat down onto my card base with some ATG tape. I'm going to slide it under the edge slightly of that onesie. So there we go. And isn't that cute? Super cute stuff. So hello, sweet baby. Now I'm taking my Jelly Roll pen in a number 10, and I'm just going to add a few little highlights to this sweet little odds and ends, this little girl. Adding a few little highlights, nothing crazy. I just find it adds a little something. And there we go. Isn't she sweet? And adding a few little highlights, just making her eyes stand out, not pop out. So next I'm going to be adding in some of these little shape sprinkles from Doodlebug. I believe they are the Snugs and Kisses and then the girl line, whatever that's called. I'm just adding 3 in the upper left and 2 in the lower right, in the greens and the pinks. There we go. Isn't that cute? And there we go. Just super easy stuff. Now I'm taking that little X, and that is from the Lover's Day stamp set, and I'm just going to stamp in Morning Mist VersaFine Clair ink, a little X in the center of the button to make it look like there's a stitch there, because Leanne's crazy and I can't leave well enough alone. So that is all she wrote, a super easy baby card. And then I'm just going to show you here a bunch of other baby cards that I made using the exact same stuff at the, at a crop that I was at. Isn't that cute? I just love how these turned out. And I find, like, I really like to, make a bunch of cards to add to my stash. So now I'm covered for, girl and boy babies, or, it doesn't really say girl or boy. Really, you could probably get away with it for either. It doesn't really matter. But, I kind of went with more feminine colors on one and then the more masculine colors on the other. But really, it doesn't matter. You could use them for either or. And there we go. Isn't that cute? I just think they're adorable and super fun and easy. You'll see that I did use some butterflies on the front of my card, like with the enamel dots, depending on how many enamel hearts that I had. I just decided to use up what I had. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jada Blossom blog, Be Inspired by the Team, the Jada Blossom store, to get your hands on these amazing products. And thank you as always for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Come back and watch another one soon. Bye, everybody.